Hi my dear students, good evening to all. This is Murthy. Welcome to my channel Raghav Math E-Learning. In last video, we discussed about basic maths which are related to inequations. So that is very useful in simplifications while solving the problems. So in today's video, we would be discussing inequations with modulus functions. So you all know about modulus function, that is mod f of x. Mod f of x is equal to f of x if f of x greater than or equal to 0. Mod f of x is minus f of x if f of x less than 0. So you know about absolute value function. So from this you can get positive values. So in modulus the expression is positive, same you can get. In modulus the expression is negative, mod supplies one negative sign to that and you can get positive. So you don't feel this minus f of x is negative. Here already f of x is negative. So before negative one more negative sign we have. So totally that is positive. In general, you remember mod x is x if x greater than or equal to 0. Mod x is minus x if x less than 0. So many of the students, they remember this mod x is x if x is positive, mod x is minus x if x is negative. And while solving any question, if they get mod x minus 2, so then by that time they write mod x minus 2 is x minus 2 if x greater than 0. That is wrong. So mod x minus 2 is x minus 2 if x minus 2 is positive, is it? But instead of taking x minus 2 positive, simply they will take x greater than 0. Why? Because they remember this mod x is x if x greater than 0, mod x is minus x if x less than 0. So you don't commit such type of mistakes. So mod x minus 2 is x minus 2 if the expression in modulus is positive, or mod x minus 2 is minus of x minus 2 if x minus 2 is negative. So mod x minus 2 is x minus 2 if x minus 2 is positive. So x minus 2 greater than or equal to 0, that is x greater than or equal to 2. Okay. Now we discuss inequations with mod functions. See, suppose mod x less than a. Mod x less than a means minus a less than x less than a. Here you see that if x is positive, suppose x is positive means if x is positive, what you can get? Mod x is x. So x less than a. Suppose x is negative, then what you can get? Minus x is less than a, is it? Multiply this inequation with negative sign. You know that if you multiply with negative sign, you can get x less than become what? Greater than minus a. So totally what you can get, you observe now. So x is more than minus a, but x is less than a. So x is more than minus a but less than a means it is minus a less than x less than a. Already you know that interval notation, minus a less than x less than a. So you can write that as x belongs to open interval minus a to open interval a. So you remember in any problem, if you arrive at mod x less than a, you take minus a less than x less than a. Suppose if it is mod x less than or equal to a, so you can get equal to sign here, is it? So that is what? Minus a less than or equal to x less than or equal to a. That is x belongs to closed interval minus a to closed interval a, is it? You know closed interval and open interval. So closed interval minus a to closed interval a means endpoints also included in that. Coming to third one, if it is mod x greater than a, so mod x greater than a means x less than minus a or x greater than a. See here, same simplification. I mean, suppose x is positive. If x is positive, mod x is x. Then you get x greater than a. Suppose x is negative, mod x is minus x. So you multiply with negative sign and inequation sign changes. Then you left with x less than minus a. So here x less than minus a or x greater than a. You can write it as x belongs to x less than minus a. So minus infinity to minus a or union x more than a, that is a to infinity. So mod x greater than a means just you remember this condition, that is x less than minus a or x greater than a. Suppose if it is mod x greater than or equal to a, mod x greater than or equal to a, then you can take x less than or equal to minus a or x greater than or equal to a. So you can write interval notation, that is x belongs to open minus infinity to minus a union a to infinity. Is it? So in any problem, if you have mod x less than a, you write minus a less than x less than a. Mod x less than or equal to a, minus a less than or equal to x less than or equal to a. Mod x is greater than a, then we have x less than minus a or x more than a. Mod x greater than or equal to a, then you can get x less than or equal to minus a or x greater than or equal to a. And the important one is, suppose a less than or equal to mod x less than or equal to b. So if a less than or equal to mod x less than or equal to b, then we have x belongs to closed minus b minus a union closed interval a to b. So if a less than or equal to mod x less than or equal to b, then you can take x belongs to closed interval minus b minus a union closed interval ab. So easily you can prove that, that is, suppose if x is positive, if x is positive, you know that mod x is x, then you can get a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b. Is it? So a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b means what? X belongs to closed interval a to closed interval b. Is it? So here, suppose I am taking x negative. So if x is negative, what you can get? A less than or equal to, if x is negative, what is mod x? Minus x. So a less than or equal to minus x less than or equal to b. Multiply with minus sign. Then inequation sign changes. Is it? So minus a less than become greater than. So greater than or equal to x greater than or equal to minus b. Is it? You write them in reverse order. Then what you get? Minus b less than or equal to x less than or equal to minus a. Means what? X belongs to here closed minus b to closed minus a. So in any problem, if you arrive at a less than or equal to mod x less than or equal to b, then you take x belongs to closed minus b minus a union closed a to b. So no need of simplifying there. You should remember all these conditions, and whenever these steps arrive in the problem, then directly you should write that. Now we discuss few examples on this. Suppose mod x plus 3 less than 2. It is like mod x less than a. So if mod x less than a, what you can take? Minus a less than x less than a. So from this I can write minus 2 less than x plus 3 is less than 2. Is it? You have to find x value. So to get x value, you have to add minus 3 to this inequation. Is it? So you can get what? Add minus 3. You can get minus 5 less than x less than minus 1. So we got the answer. X values are in between minus 5 and minus 1. So how to represent this in interval notation? X belongs to open interval minus 5 to open interval -1. So this is the solution to this inequation. Coming to second example, mod x minus 3 greater than 5. So it is like mod x greater than a. So mod x greater than a. If mod x greater than a, what is the condition? X less than minus a or x greater than a. So here you can take x minus 3 less than minus a or x minus 3 greater than a. So that is greater than 5, is it? So what you can get? That is x less than minus 2 or x greater than 8. So finally you can get x belongs to x less than minus 2. X less than minus 2 means minus infinity to minus 2 union x greater than 8. 8 to infinity. So this is the solution to this inequation. Coming to third example, x square greater than or equal to 4. So many of the students directly from this they will write x greater than or equal to 2. It is wrong. Or some of the students they write x greater than or equal to plus or minus 2. That is also wrong. So don't do like this. Shift 4 to left hand side. You can get x square minus 4 greater than or equal to 0. So you can write it as x plus 2 into x minus 2 greater than or equal to 0. Is it? Now you can go for real line. You know that concept. So just you mark the points here. So one value is minus 2 and other value is 2. It is infinity and this is minus infinity. Okay. Now you take any value in any one of the intervals here. So between minus 2 and 2 we have 0. So take x 0, it is positive. You take x 0, it is negative. So positive into negative, negative. Change the sign alternatively. Here you get plus and here you get plus. Is it? We want what? Positive we want. So where it is positive? So x belongs to minus infinity to minus 2 union 2 to infinity. This is the answer to this problem. One more method we have, that is root x square is mod x. So you take square root. You take square root on both sides. Then here you get root x square. What is root x square? Mod x greater than or equal to root 4, that is 2. Now it is simply mod x greater than or equal to 2. So mod x greater than or equal to 2 means, is it like mod x greater than or equal to a? Yes, it is like mod x greater than or equal to a. So what you can write? X less than or equal to minus a or x greater than or equal to a. So directly you can give answer. X belongs to minus infinity to minus 2 union 2 to infinity. Moving to next. Mod x square minus 10 less than or equal to 6. So we have one result, that is what? Mod x less than or equal to a. If mod x less than or equal to a, what we write? Minus a less than or equal to x less than or equal to a. Is it? So here this is like mod x less than or equal to a. So I can take minus 6 less than or equal to x square minus 10 less than or equal to 6. Is it? So now you have to get x value. So add 10 to this inequation. What you get? So by adding 10, then we get 4 less than or equal to x square less than or equal to 60. Now coming to this, you take square root. So if you take square root, you can get 2 less than or equal to root x square. Root x square is what? Mod x. So many of the students here also simply they write root x square is x. Root x square is not x. Root x square is mod x. So it is mod x. Less than or equal to root 16 is 4. So now we have one direct formula for this. Is it? Already we discussed. That is what? A less than or equal to mod x less than or equal to b. Then what you can write? X belongs to closed minus b minus a union closed a to closed b. Is it? So here you apply that and directly you can give the answer. Otherwise, I told you that how to simplify it. You do simplification and you can get the same answer. So here you can take that x belongs to closed -4 to -2 union closed 2 to 4. So this is the solution to this inequation. So it is very useful. You remember that. Easily you can do that. Even you forget, it's not a problem. For mod x, we have two cases. Suppose you take that x is positive. So if x is positive, what you get? 2 less than or equal to x is positive. So mod x is x. So 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. Then you can get x belongs to 2 to 4. Similarly, you take x negative. By that time, here you get negative sign. So to make it positive, again we multiply with minus sign, then inequation sign changes. Finally, we reverse that and you can end up with this answer. But better you remember this, a less than or equal to mod x less than or equal to b. Directly you should take x belongs to closed minus b minus a union closed a closed b. Suppose while solving one question, if you arrive at 2 less than or equal to or less than x less than or equal to 4. Suppose you have to find 1 by x value. You have to find what? 1 by x values. To get 1 by x, what we do? We take reciprocals, is it? So if you take reciprocal, what you can get? 1 by 2. If you take reciprocal, less than become what? Greater than. So greater than or equal to 1 by x greater than or equal to 1 by 4. Is it? So if you take reciprocals to any inequation, then inequation sign changes. So I got this. Now what about 1 by x values? So you write this in reverse order. Then you can get 1 by 4. This greater than become less than or equal to 1 by x less than or equal to 1 by 2. So what about 1 by x values? We got 1 by x values are in between 1 by 4 comma 1 by 2. It is the answer to this problem. So to get 1 by x, what we do? We take the reciprocals, right? Suppose while solving one question, you arrive at -2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. While solving one problem, if you arrive at this step, how to do the simplification to get 1 by x? Again our target is what? 1 by x. Okay. To get 1 by x, what we have to do? To get 1 by x, you have to take reciprocal to this. Is it? But most of the students, to take reciprocal, directly they will write -1 by 2 less than become greater than or equal to 1 by x greater than or equal to 1 by 4. This is wrong. Because between -2 and 4, we have 0, is it? So between -2 and 4, we have 0. If you take reciprocals, then how you can take reciprocal to 0? Is it possible? No. So this concept is not correct. But most of the students, they will write like this only. So what we have to do here? So here between -2 and 4, we have 0. That is the reason we are unable to take reciprocals to that. That's why first you split this interval at 0. So you write this as x belongs to closed interval -2 to 0 union 0 to closed interval 4. I think you understand why closed interval 4 and why closed interval -2. So -2 included, 4 included. Okay, here I am not going to take 0. Why? Because we are unable to take reciprocal to that. So that is the reason neglected. So now here you observe that. So we have two cases. So what are those cases? X belongs to closed interval -2 to 0 union open interval 0 to closed 4. Now you have to take the reciprocal for this. See, coming to first case, it is -2 less than or equal to x less than 0, is it? Or coming to this case, 0 less than x less than or equal to 4. Now take reciprocal. So if you take reciprocal, here this minus 2 become what? Minus 1 by 2, greater than or equal to. X become what? 1 by x. So now you see that here you should take reciprocals to every value between minus 2 and 0. So between minus 2 and 0, we have all negative values. So if you take reciprocal to a value very close to 0 and less than 0, that is minus infinity. That is the reason here you can get this less than become greater than and minus infinity. Now you can take it as minus infinity, this greater than become less than, and 1 by x less than or equal to minus 1 by 2. And we have one more case. Here also you should take reciprocals. So you take reciprocal. So here what you can get, you see 0 to 4. 0 to 4 means all positive values. So if you take reciprocal to nearer values of 0, that approaches to plus infinity. Why? Because here all are positives. So you can take plus infinity less than become greater than 1 by x greater than or equal to 1 by 4. Now you write this in reverse order. What you get? 1 by 4 less than or equal to 1 by x less than infinity. So finally you can get 1 by x belongs to minus infinity to closed interval minus 1 by 2 union 1 by 4 to infinity. So closed 1 by 4 to open infinity. So this is the answer to this problem. But so many of the students blindly they will take reciprocals and they write minus 1 by 2 greater than or equal to 1 by x greater than or equal to 1 by 4. That is wrong. Reason is this only. So in between we have 0. You can't take reciprocal to that. That is the reason you have to split this into two intervals and then you have to take the reciprocals. And some of the students confuse with this y minus infinity, here y plus infinity. The reason is here all the values are negative. That is the reason if you take reciprocal to nearer values of 0 and negative values, you can get minus infinity. Coming to this interval, all the values are positive. That is the reason if you take reciprocal to the values close to 0, you can get positive infinity. So the final answer is 1 by x belongs to minus infinity to minus 1 by 2 union 1 by 4 to infinity. So my dear students, I am not explaining you the difficult things, but these are very important basics. Without having this knowledge, you can't simplify the problems. Everyone can remember the formula to solve a problem, but most of the students are neglecting these simple basics and they are unable to simplify that. So you never commit this type of mistakes. Hope you all enjoy this session. Thank you. Share this video with all your friends. Subscribe to my channel Raghav Math E-Learning and click the bell icon to get latest updates. Thank you. Thank you very much.